Hi guys, so I know so many of you are completing district manager level this month. So I wanted to give you some ideas on how you can actually do that. So to begin with, let me tell you the numbers that you're looking at. So a district manager needs a total turnover of 6,000 QV, or 1 QV is roughly $1, so it's $6,000. But let's just talk QV because it means that we're all talking on the same page there. So 6,000 QVs, 6,000 points over 2 months. You can actually do it over 1 month. So if you're feeling brave, you can actually smash this and do it all in April if you want to. But for a lot of you, you went into qualification in March and you're completing in April. So you need 6,000 in total. So what I would do is I would then look at my business and then I would do sort of like a triangle or some sort of shape. And that shape totals the whole 6,000. And then you need to take off what you've already done. So let's say in April you did 1,500, so 1,500 QV. So then, I should have worked this out before. So then you've got 450, 4,500 left to do. So then you can start working backwards then. So every time you have a product purchase go through your website, you can start clearing off whatever shape it is that you do until you're literally like 50 QV away, and then you've completed district. So you need 6,000 in total. So you just need to deduct off what you've already done in April, and then that's what you're left with. You can do district over 3 months. I do not recommend it because it's a big long slog completing any level of promotion Arbonne. So it's better to do it in 60 days. But if you absolutely have to do it in 90 days, the amount goes up. So you need 7,500 if you're doing it over 3 months. I really don't recommend it. I'd stick to the 2 months wherever possible. So draw out some sort of shape that you want and then start getting rid of the areas of the shape as the QV starts running through your business. So I'm going to give you some ideas on how to generate 5,000 QV a month, because many people in Arbonne do this alone, and that's called the district manager bonus. So when you see people going up for their district manager bonus, it means that alone or within their central district, but let's not confuse you, so let's just say alone, they've done 5,000 QV in a month and sponsored 5 new people. So this is done all over the markets that Arbonne is in. And it's done effortless by people month after month after month. So Fiona McCarthy's done this every single month for the past 10 years. I very, very often hit my DM bonus. I probably don't hit it like 2 out of the 12 months in a year. So not very often. I'm always DM bonus, DM bonus, DM bonus. So I feel like I'm equipped to tell you how to gain 5,000 QV a month. So I've got some little ideas for you on how you can make sure your business turns over 5,000 points or QV or dollars, whatever you want to call it, in 1 month, so in April. So the first one is the gold bag. So you've probably heard people talk about this. They might have said the gold bag, they might have said the puppy dog approach, and they call it that in America because it means when you lend this to somebody for 48 hours, it's like puppy dog eyes and they don't want to give it back to you. They're like, I want to keep it, and you're like, I can't, I've got to take it off you. So you give somebody this for 48 hours, no longer, because the longer they keep it, the less your business is going to see turning through it. You want them to buy the product. If they love it, they should buy it. They should just keep hold of it. And then, you want to be getting this out to the next person, to the next person, to the next person. So you want to be really getting this out to like 20 people a month if you're going for it in a month. So if you're doing full throttle, this should be in 20 different people's houses. Obviously, when you're not going full throttle, it's less than that. But if you're absolutely going full throttle, you can see this in 20 different people's hands if each person has it for, actually no, it'd be 15 people. So 15 people a month if everybody has it for 48 hours. So in here is the whole anti-aging skincare range. So the whole range is in here. I've just chucked out the cleanser. So you've got cleanser, toner, you've got the eye cream, you've got the Genius pads. I'll just give you a top tip with the Genius pads and the night cream. Decant what somebody needs for 2 days worth. Don't leave a whole 60 pads in there because I'll probably end up using them all or take some out. Just leave enough for 2 days worth. Same with the night cream. Just decant in there with the spatula, enough for them to have 2 days worth. So they will use that, and then you can say to them, if you absolutely loved it, please can you write a testimony on my client group, or can you write it on Facebook and tag me in it so that your whole network of 2,000 people on your Facebook will see what I've provided for you, and they might contact me to have a trial as well. Thank you very much. You can say to them, do you want me to talk to you about how to get the best discount off these products? And you can talk to them about being a consultant and having 50% discount on the whole set, or a PC and getting 40% discount on the whole set. So I highly recommend gold bags. are definitely a way to leverage your time. So I think I have 4 gold bags that have got the anti-aging range. Then I have the oily skincare range, I have the sensitive skincare range, the dry skincare range, the acne prone range. If you're new to the business and you can't invest in buying all these products, it's absolutely fine. You don't have to do that. For me, I don't have a lot of time, so it makes my life so much easier being able to let people have these products for 48 hours. And then I'd say 8 out of 10 people decide to either purchase the whole lot that they've borrowed or bits of, which is absolutely fine. You're always going to get a couple of people that don't want to, but that's fine as well. So that makes life easier for busy people. So if you're a busy person, you can do that. You can do samples as well. Obviously, there's no QV on samples, but that is another way that you can get products out. I also find that I have more people buy the products that have the full size samples than I do the miniature samples, but whichever works for you, do that. Okay, so the next one is an online party. So I'm just going to share my screen. So we have an online party structure here. You do not have to copy this, but if you don't really know how to do an online party, then do this first. Do 8 of these online parties. And the reason why I say 8 is because it takes about 8 times doing the same thing to find a way that works for you. So when you copy somebody do something, you do it about 8 times, then you're like, do you know what, I'm going to tweak this, I'm going to tailor this, I'm going to do this, and you find your own way. But you need to do it several times to get to that point. It takes the same amount of energy and effort to do one online party as it does 8, because it's literally copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste. So you just might as well copy, paste, 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 copy, paste, 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 because it's going to take the same energy and effort. And it just means that if you do 8 parties online on Facebook, 1 a week for say 2 months, it means that you are going to see at least half of those become of something great for you, and half of them might not, but because you've got 8, you're not really too bothered about the 4 that didn't really work. Whereas if you only book 1 and that's one that doesn't work, you gutted. So you might as well book 8. So that's what I do, because you can book 2 months in advance. So you literally scroll down to the bottom of this how to do an online party. Just make sure that you change, when you're on your laptop, you have to do this on the laptop, change it there to new posts, not recent activity, otherwise it's in the wrong order. So you scroll right down to the bottom and you literally copy and paste into a new group. So make 8 new groups. I've done a separate video on this page on how to do this. So I have 8 new groups and copy paste onto each group. So I do mine every single Tuesday night. Don't worry about your hosts and your guests for now. Just make the groups and get everything copied and pasted over and schedule the posts. I schedule mine for every 2 minutes apart. So mine go on from 8 till 9 p.m. Every 2 minutes, the next post goes live on the group. So you don't even need to be there when your online parties are happening. And that is how simple these things are. And then what you do, once you've got your 8 done over the next 2 months, over April and May, so let's say you do yours every Tuesday as well, for example, between 8 and 9, you then focus on week 1, who is going to be a host for you. Now, you probably want to message about 10 to 12 people that showed some sort of interest in your business, or potentially you might never have spoke to them about Arbonne, but you potentially think that they might want to do this for you. You ask them to be a host. There's verbiage on here on what you can send to them. And you find 4 hosts. If you've got a bit more, that's fine. But you really want a minimum of 4, because that's where the energy comes in. A minimum of 4 means that each of those 4 hosts is probably going to add about 20 people each. So you're going to have 80 to sometimes 150 people in that party. Then in that party, a big percentage of those is going to be interested in the business, in the products, and a big percentage is going to be interested in hosting the next week. Or you can message them afterwards and ask them, what did you enjoy it? They're like, yeah, I had so much fun, I learned so much. And they said, you know what, would you like to be one of my hosts for next Tuesday? And 4 people in that group are then going to be your host for week 2. And then in that group, 4 guests, and they're going to be your host for week 3, and so on and so on and so on. So don't worry about your host for now. Just get the group set up, copy and paste everything over, schedule everything, and then find your host for week 1, and it will roll on to the next week, to the next week, to the next week. So that, I find on average, that generates for me a brand new consultant 2 to 3 PCs and between 500 and 1,000 QVs per online party. Some of my parties get 0, not going to lie to you. Some of them are absolutely 0, but it doesn't bother me because I've done 8 at once. So I'm not really too bothered what works and what doesn't, because it only took me an hour and a half to just do the whole lot. So I'm all right with the ones that work and the ones that don't work. But yeah, on average, I'd say you get pretty good results from online parties. Right, I'm just going to close that down because that's one idea. If it will let me. No, it won't, because the Zoom bar's in the way. You probably can't see that on the recording, but the Zoom bar's there. There we go. Right, so the next idea is the ideas to post in your clients group. So here we go. So if you're not in this group, just ask to be added into it. So this is called ideas to post into your clients groups. If you don't already have a clients group, I really recommend you make a group, call it whatever you want to call it. And then in that group, start copying and pasting anything from this ideas group that you like, and you can tailor it, you can tweak it. If you come up with a new idea, share it in this group for other people as well. You know, contribute to it. Copy, edit, paste anything that you want. You can schedule things. Some people just do their clients group on a weekend, and they'll schedule something for the one to appear once a day for the rest of the week, so that's their social media done. Absolutely fine. Having a clients group is going to really help you be able to hone in on who's interested in the products, and you can do lives on there if you want to. You could interview other people. So if you know an Arbonne makeup artist or an Arbonne nutritionist or anything that's interesting, anybody that's interested, just say to them, can I interview you on my clients group? And they're going to say, yeah, it's absolutely fine. Even interviewing another consultant about how they found being an advisor, and get that all in your clients group. And say to your clients in your group, they don't even need to be buying products from you, just people that are interested in what you've got to say in the group. Say to them, you know, if you add people into the group and you invite them in, you're going to win prizes, we're going to do giveaways, we're going to do goodies, and you can give away 35% discount every now and again. You could do a 20% discount. You could do some free fizz sticks where you just send like 3 or 4 fizz sticks in the post. You could do giveaways for samples. CJ's got a great idea on the person that contributes the most each month, and Facebook tells you who's contributed the most each month in your group. Give them a little giveaway, and people will then get excited. So really recommend having a clients group, because you're going to be able to really feel the buzz of that. So that's going to help hugely. Okay, another idea is, if you've got the makeup box, is to give people the makeup box to try for 48 hours. I've actually just been to pick up mine this morning. A lady had it over the bank holiday weekend, and she literally put in a bag everything that she wanted. There was 3 eyeshadows, there was the mascara, there was a foundation, there was a blusher, there was an eyebrow pencil, there was a liner. All of it, she was like, that's everything that I want. I was like, okay. So I find that letting people have the makeup box for 48 hours or over a weekend, they get to play with the makeup themselves and pick out the colours that they like. And they 9 times out of 10, they're going to give you an order. So if you've got the makeup box, have that constantly out. So people are constantly using the product and then making orders from you. My makeup box paid for itself the month after I bought it. So I bought it and then I lent it out to probably about 15 different people. 1 month later, I've already made money. I've got paid back on what I spent on the makeup box, and I've made money by lending it out to people. So makeup box is a big money maker as well in your business. Genius Ultra demos. I've got my Genius Ultra down here. Asking people to be a model so that you can take a before and after photo of them. So invite them to your home, say to them they get a cup of coffee or whatever you want, a glass of wine, and say you need some models to do before and after photos of the Genius Ultra. So you use the eye lifting and contouring cream, and then you use the Genius Ultra, and you take a before photo, and 15 minutes later an after photo, so it's in the same lighting. They are going to be astounded by the results. That most of the time, even though they're a model for you to do a before and after, they're going to buy it. And I kid you not, the amount of people that I've asked for models for before and afters, done it, and while they're there, they're going to be chatting to you about the products anyway. You know, how you find the business, how you find this. They're probably going to order Genius Ultra and the eye lifting and contouring cream. So if you can get as many before and after models so that you can do a Genius Ultra demo, that will really help your business. Okay, Facebook Lives. You do not have to do Facebook Lives. I do find that it does generate a lot of interest, especially if it's in your client group and you're talking about the products that you're using while you're doing your makeup, or while you're doing your skincare routine morning or night, talking about what it is that you're doing, why you use the products that you do, saying to people about the eye cream, you know, use it around the orbital bone, going in upwards direction, don't go any closer so that you're into the tear ducts. And give it and say weakest thing, and give people tips and advice on interesting things. They're going to be like, oh, that's interesting. They're going to be engaged in what it is that you're doing. And you could do a Facebook Live on the smoothies, making smoothie, what each product's for, the fiber boost, the digestion plus, how to take it, how to make a fizz stick, hot and cold. Doing a hot fizz stick demo is hilarious because it goes everywhere. So you can say, this is what not to do and this is what to do. And the 30 Days to Healthy Living info group is fantastic as well. So many people are trying to get themselves healthy at the minute. So the 30 Days info group, you can add people into this if they're interested to know more. There is actually a free wellness workshop on this every Thursday night, UK time 8 p.m. People can watch the replay. And where's mine from? I did last week. There's Jay's from the week before. So it's completely free. People can be in this, and then they can be learning about the healthy nutrition that we do while somebody else is doing that workshop. So you can add people into this group, and that is every single week this happens. So that's going to be really beneficial for you to add people into the 30 Days All You Need to Know group. Okay, so let me just go to that one. The Hello Future page is fantastic for people to be, friends and family to be in there and having a look around, seeing what's going on in there, seeing the live success story interviews, seeing the live DAs. You can tag them in those videos live or watch the replay. So many fun things going on in the Hello Future. The amount of people I've sponsored just from introducing them to this group so that they can see the community is insane. So it's a really good resource to utilize massively. The other thing as well is sending messages out to people. So I make it my mission. I actually do the tracker every single day. So the tracker, if you don't know what the tracker is, if you go into the Google Drive, the link for the Google Drive is in the pinned post on the Do More group. Go into the Google Drive and go into, I think it's in 2018, the tracker. No, the tracker's not there. So I think it's in Print Me. There we go, Print Me. So the tracker, I do this tracker every single day, and it says on here I spend 1 hour of focused time doing my tracker, and then anything that I do on top of that is a bonus. But as long as I've done my 1 hour and I do it in the morning, then I know that my work is done for the day and anything else is extra. So on the tracker, the top half should take you 1 hour. It says add 2 names to your list. I actually go for 5. And then it says reach out to 2 new people. I reach out to 5 people. And then I'll follow up with people that I'm constantly following up with. Because some people, you can be following up with them for years. Some people, you'll follow up with them a week after you've met them. And they're like, yeah, I want to do it. It just varies from person to person. How I make new friends is actually very simple. I go into Facebook groups that I have a personal connection with. So I was married in Cyprus, so I go into Cyprus brides groups. I do not go in as an Arbonne salesperson. I don't even talk about what I do. I just go in as me. And so, for example, when I'm in the Cyprus brides groups, I'm just answering questions that people are asking, like, oh, what did you have for table decorations? Oh, what was your colour scheme? Oh, how was your flight? How many people did you have fly over for your wedding? So I'll just answer questions in their group and I'll ask people, when do you get married? And just make general conversations with people. Through that, I'll add friends because we become friends. Out of the 5 friends a day I make in groups, they do not all want to know about what I do, and that's okay. That's not my main intention. But out of probably half the people I make friends with, out of the group, we're then Facebook friends, and they see what I'm doing and I see what they're doing. And I'll ask them, like, oh, you know, your dog looks adorable. Do you enjoy having all those dogs? And like, yeah, I absolutely love it. I just wish that I didn't have to work full time because I could spend more time with them. And then I'll say, yeah, that was me. I'm so glad that I've got all the time that I've got now. And they'll go, what do you do? And we just make conversations. And some people, they are not interested in what you do, even if you tell them, and that's okay, but don't make that your main intention. Make your main intention just making genuine friends. And you'll naturally build up a relationship with some people enough to the point where you can either say to them, do you know what, Joanne? You are always the first person on my Facebook that is smiling, that is posting positive things, that is helping other people. You would be so good at what I do. Have you ever thought about it? So be honest with them and then just say to them, you'd be really good at what I do. Have you ever thought about it? And they're either going to say, do you know, I've never thought about it, or what is it you do, or I'm not really sure I'd be good at what you do. Whatever their response is, that leads on then to you meeting them for a coffee and explaining more in detail about what you do, or sending them a video, or adding them into Hello Future group. It leads into a conversation. So 5 new friends a day is my goal. Right, okay, so I think that is about everything. Yes, I think that's about everything. The tracker, so helpful, keeps me really on track. So these are ways I generate 5,000 QB a month without fail. So I hope that you can take some of these and break that down to what is going to be useful for you and building your business and building your QB and completing as a district manager in April. Or if you're not already in qualification, then going into qualification in April, maybe even doing 6,000 in 1 month and being an absolute megastar district manager in 1 month. I'll be super impressed if anybody does that. It's been done many times, but I'm always amazed when people do it over 1 month. So thank you so much. Let me know if any of these ideas have been useful. You might not gain from all of them, but hopefully some of them have been useful for you. And if you've got other ideas, share with everybody. Thanks, everybody. Goodbye.